I wonder where are all my wonderful viewers and subscribers from Barbados. Rock and come in, man. Rock and come in. Take your time and come in, come listen to the review or the recap. Yes, my peeps. Big up on yourself, big up on yourself. So, as you can imagine, gonna give you a quick recap of how that Super 50 game went yesterday between Jamaica Scorpions and Barbados. The Barbados, what do you call them? The Barbados Pride. Yes, man. We give them a good little beating last night, man. So we're going to talk about that. Plus, we're going to talk about a test playing 11 that I actually put out yesterday. Quite a few people seems to be okay with that playing 11. But one of the things that I would have seen where a couple of persons would have said they are not too sure about is Rastan Chase batting at number 8. And I want to ask a question. Are you guys prepared to bat Rastan Chase at number 3, 4 or 5? We're going to talk a little bit more about that, my peeps. So just make sure you give me a listening ear until the end of the video. And if you have not yet subscribed, please go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. All right, my peeps? So let us get down into it now. So yesterday we had the Jamaica Scorpions getting the better of Barbados. And you could say that this was a must-win game for the Jamaica Scorpions because we lost our first game, and you know, this one we definitely wanted to basically see if we could get a win. And Ravman Powell would have indicated prior to the start of the tournament that, you know, he's most looking forward to playing Barbados with all of the West Indies players there, people like Shea Hope and people like Brathwaite and these guys. He got his wish and he was able to get the better of them. So it was Jamaica Scorpions that batted first, and we were able to put together 277. Not a whole lot of runs, we want to see some 310, some 320 and things like that, but nonetheless we got 277 for 6. And Blackwood and Brandon King, they got off to a good start. They put a good little start on the board. I think we were able to get 33 before we lost the first wicket, and 25 and 31 respectively is what they got, and it wasn't a bad job. It wasn't a bad job. You understand? It's just that the way in which the guys keep getting out is really concerning. Now, the man that really stabilized things after we lost those two guys would have been Nkrumah Banner, who was able to stay at the crease, and he ended up getting 59. But the way in which Nkrumah Banner got out, my peeps, I'm lost. He was actually trying to reverse sweep. I don't even know if I should say reverse sweep or what, a ball, and was dismissed. And I think at the time that wasn't called for. It definitely wasn't called for. He wasn't under too much pressure. He was fully settled, and it's not like he was looking to break free or break loose of chains or anything like that, and he just did that and gave his wicket away. So definitely not happy about that. I think it's the second time that he would have done that so far, and it took the captain Ravman Powell to come out and really dominate the bowlers to get us to a respectable target or total. He came and he got 80 of 54 deliveries. Yeah, man, 80 of 54 deliveries with 5 6s and 4 4s in the mix. So Ravman Powell was in a very, very good mood last night. The Jamaican fans would say. The bowlers from Barbados, they tried everything to get him out, but he was determined as the captain that he was going to settle down. And another power hitter that we got a chance finally to see him bat a couple of deliveries would have been Odean Smith. So Odean Smith was there for a period of time. He made 44 from 35 with 3 6s and I think he got a 4 or a couple of 4s in the mix there. So Odean Smith definitely showing that, if given the chance, if given the opportunity, he's capable of sticking around. And even though he was there for a good period of time, I think his strike rate was still over 100, maybe over 125 or something like that. So it's always good when guys like Odean Smith stay at the crease and put in some work. So shout out to Odean Smith and Ravman Powell alongside Nkrumah Banner. Those guys were the pillar as it relates to us getting that 277. Now where the bowling is concerned for Barbados, Rastan Chase and Simmons, they were the pick of the bowlers. Chase got 3 for 33, while Simmons and Warrican, well, they got a wicket each. So It's good, my viewers and subscribers, to see Rastan Chase doing his thing, because you know, as you would imagine, as you can remember, I think the first game he got 80 or 80 had picked up a couple of wickets. Then in this game he was able to get a couple of wickets, 3 wickets, and he also, you know, he also got another half century. So Rastan Chase basically showing the selectors that he is indeed ready to make a return to the test team. Now where the batting is concerned for Barbados, they tried, but Nicholson, Garden and Smith, you know, they basically put the brakes on the batsmen. You understand? We had Shea Hope and Chase, as I mentioned before, being excellent. Shea Hope, he got 80, 86 of 103 deliveries, while Rastan Chase got 57 from 66. So those are the two guys that came together. Those are the two guys that were trying to make sure that things were in place, in order, as they looked to chase down that 277. And at one point in time, my peeps, it seems as if they were well on their way to chase it down. But once we got rid of Rastan Chase, once we got rid of people like Shea Hope, and so, you know, things just basically went downhill, and they were eventually bowled out for 213, giving the Jamaica Scorpions victory by 64 runs. So good going by the Jamaica team. You know, we definitely want to see the other batsmen chipping in and getting some runs. Brandon King, as we know, he is the main, I don't know if I should say he's the main batsman in the team, but you know, he's an established international player alongside Blackwood and these guys. So we definitely, I mean, you know, Brandon King is playing more in white ball cricket, so you would imagine, you know, to see him batting more, taking more responsibility in the setup. So that is how it went, my viewers and subscribers. We had Rastan Chase getting a half century, you know, Shea Hope, Nkrumah, Banner, and we also had Ravman Powell getting half century in the game. So that is how it went, my peeps. And as I said, the Jamaica Scorpions take that one by 64 runs. So, you know, yeah, we're definitely happy to see the Scorpions doing their thing. So all right, before we run out of here, my peeps, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about that test squad, right? I named that, well, not the squad, I named that test playing 11 yesterday that I would put out in the first game against Australia. Generally speaking, most of the viewers seems to be okay with the playing 11. Couple of people said they would leave out maybe 1 or 2 players. Just to remind you of the playing 11, I had Brathwaite, Shandopal, Banner, Blackwood, Kyle Mayer at 5, Jason Hola 6, 7 Da Silva 8, we have Chase 9, Joseph Roach 10, and Seals 11. So the problem that most persons were having, well, not most, maybe 2 or 3 people talking about it, is that they were saying Chase cannot be batting at number 8. So the only other solution that would mean you would have to put Jason Hola probably at you would probably have to bat Rastan Chase at 6, then put Hola at 7, and Joshua Da Silva going end up batting at 8. But my problem with this is, you know, we would have tried Rastan Chase at number 4 and 5 for a long period of time in test cricket, you know, and he would have proven that he is probably better suited as a man that is going to be making the team as a spinner. You understand? But I see people saying that Jason Hola is a bowling all-rounder, so they rather to have Chase batting in front of him. But I see Jason Hola as a genuine all-rounder. It's just that his bowling is basically leading the way a little bit now. So, you know, I can understand people remembering the class of Rastan Chase as it relates to when he would have scored those 5 centuries. I can understand why people would think, you know, it is difficult to bat him at number 8. But I am looking back at all the times that we would have spent trying to get Chase in the team as a specialist batsman. So if he's not a specialist batsman, he cannot bat at number 3, 4, 5, you know. So probably you guys will have him at 6. I don't know, but that is how I would put it, my peeps. You understand? And as we know, West Indies like to lose a lot of early wickets. So probably that would be good that he's there to bat in the latter part of the innings. So yeah, we're going to leave it right here for now. The comment section is open. Just go ahead in the comment section and let me know what you think about that one. All right, my peeps? Big up.